video say to build a positive live chat experience for you and your viewers. Choose who can participate. Set a delay between others. Hide. Put people in timeout. Manage messages. Hail for review. Okay. All right. So, oh, this is the remote that they broke. So, for those who don't know, my name is Tay. I am the owner of the Shea Butter Cafe, Body by Shante Derese, which is a natural self-care brand. And I just decided, you know what, I gotta start going live. So somebody told me to go live on YouTube, and so I'm here. Almost at 1,000 subscribers. So if you have not, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I think I need like 15 people to be subscribed. But I'm trying to find some copyright free music. I don't have my glasses on. Let's see. So I'm getting ready to work on designing labels and making labels. Let's do this first. I should have did this on my phone because the button is acting crazy. Copy, right. It's gonna take a minute. Where's my remote control at? That's what I need to know. And I need my batteries. Yeah, I'm not with this. Let's see if I can do it on my phone. Okay. I have to figure that out because that was insane. The kids done broke the remote, so it's acting weird. But I'm getting ready to work on some labels. So here's the thing. So I am. There's a lot of things changing when it comes to my business. One of those things is we are going to have a rotating list of like scents and fragrances that we put out. So instead of having like 30, I don't know how many I have. It's well over 30. I have maybe like 40 now, 40 different scents and fragrances that I use, from the essential oil brand to like the perfume cologne scents, like the fun scents or whatever. And so what I found feedback from my customers is that they get analysis paralysis. Like you see 40 different scents, you like, whoa, wait a minute, I don't know. What's the difference between apple pie, apple cobbler? What's these not my scents, but I'm just saying. Like what's the difference between apple pie and apple cobbler? Okay, and then you got cherry pie and then cherry rain. Like people get overwhelmed. So the best thing to do when you are still getting your brand out there is to simplify. Keep it simple. Keep it simple so people don't get overwhelmed with trying to make a decision. Another thing that you can do is if you do want to be like 31 flavors and have variety, you can boy, that's loud. If you do want to have a variety, you can simply woo, there we go. Like if you want to have a variety, you can simply do like sample packs. So that's another thing that I'm working on, putting together sample packs. So the sample pack, hey. So the sample pack will have different options so that you can smell, texture, feel, or whatever. Hey, how you doing? So that you could smell the product and see what you like. So then you can pick out your favorites. Like then you won't be overwhelmed. Does that make sense? Because I get it. Because sometimes it's like you ever go to a certain it's this restaurant in Texas. I can't even think of the name right now, but their menu is so long. The menu is like 13 pages long. And every time we decide to go to this restaurant, I have to look at home. Yes, let's get the people on here. Every time every time we go to this restaurant, it's like if we want a dinner at 7, at 4 o'clock, I have to start looking at what my options are to eat. Like, what do I want? Because it's too many pages. Because I'll be at the restaurant like, I don't know. Why do we have 13 different ways to have chicken? Okay. Now we got 27 appetizers. It'd be too much. What's your question? Hey. Hey, Lion Felix Rogers. So it'd be too much. So I'm trying to simplify so that people can, figure out what they like. And then that'll help me to put certain things into row. God, speaker, what you talking about? what what you talking about? Do I have a speaker? What's the next question? But yeah, so people could sample. So right now, because I made some things, I got some smaller packaging that we normally don't have. I have some things that we normally don't have, so I have to make labels for those things because the regular labels won't fit. So that causes me, I have to go in here and design. I have to design all of that, and so that's what I'm working on. So I'm about to flip the camera and show y'all in a second. Do I have a speaker? What? You got something you want me to play? Something to listen to? What we need to do with the speaker? What we doing? What we doing? What we doing? Let me see if this is too close. So let me try to flip this around. My songs. What's the songs? Tell me. Hold on, let me pull up. Is it on YouTube? Tell me the name. I'm gonna find it. Tell me the name. Now, is this something I want to hear? Is it gonna be some bang bang bang? Hey. This some good music. It ain't a whole bunch of rah 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 and cussing, is it? Tell me the name. Come on. I'm ready. Little bro, let's see. Let's check you out. Hold on. Let's check you out. Uh-oh. You said little bro. Why you say no? Let's see. Okay, let's see. I thought you said it's on YouTube. Hold on. Do I need to click videos? I thought you said it was on YouTube. Now you playing with me. I'm supposed to be working. Hey Google, play Little Bro by Aether J on Spotify. You said it is. What I'm typing wrong? You see what I'm typing? Hold on. Put it back up here. Got one more try. You said Little Bro. Is it this? Is it this right here? That can't be it. That ain't no music. What's your channel name? Oh, is this you? Is this you? That's you. Hold on. Hey Google, pause the music. I'm gonna go subscribe too, so make sure you subscribe. Okay. You're welcome. Okay. I might need you to make something for me. Let me see. Can I type down here? How can I? I'm sorry. I ain't never trying to see how can I type back. Yeah, so make sure you subscribe and then go on to my what is it called? Your post page. Let me see. So you can send me an email so I can let me see, I can show you over here. Yes, go to bed. Good night. Okay, that was cool. All right, y'all. So we back in Canva. We're gonna go back over to Canva. All right, see you. Good night. Get some sleep. School tomorrow. So let's work on. So this right here is a new fragrance. It is called PS I Love You. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over here in Canva, and this is also, it's not necessarily, I'll say it's a new fragrance, but it's also, I haven't sold 10 ml fragrances on the website. Let me show you what they look like. Whoop, where's PS? I love you so. These are some of the ones that I made today, and they smell so bomb. So this is a 10 ml of perfume, and so it's this size. So I have to make a label for this size. Can you see that? So I have to make a label for these. So this is going to be the label, and then I'm going to decide if I want the label to wrap all the way around or if I just want it on one side. A lot of people said one side, but I don't know. To me, it might be a sleeker look because my design is in black and white. It might look better if you wrap the whole thing, and you have the clarity, so it's nothing, to hide because it's a pure fragrance and perfume. So that's what I'm going to work on first. Ooh, this smells so good. Smells so good. So let me see. Whew, okay. I just got hot. Let me see. So I know this seems like soup is just zoomed in, but it's like 300% zoomed in. So PS I Love You is the name of the fragrance. Let's see. And then in the back, this part is my brand name and script. Like that's one of my things. So I always have the same font. And then this is my script, Brittany. And then I have the website here. And I almost want to take the website out, but again, I'm getting ready to do a test to see what it looked like. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to export this one. So a lot of times if you're making something in Canva and you're making multiple pages of something, if you save it, it'll like automatically most of the time it save. Automatically most of the time it saves into a zip file. So if you don't want it to save into a zip file, you gotta download it one by one. Because what I mean is, if I download it like this, I'm still gonna have to. I just thought about something, y'all. Oh, I'm so glad I just thought about it. Okay, because I am making these for cylinder perfume sprays, I need to turn. First of all, okay, I moved too fast. Slow down. I'm going to lock my design so that I can move some stuff around. So I'm going to move that out the way because that's in the background. I'm going to move this out the way that's in the background. So I'm working on the fragrance name. So I'm going to highlight that, right? So now I have that highlighted. Now I'm going to group it together. So this is going to make it all one image. So you're going to go and group it together. Now I'm not just moving PS and then I love you separately. So now it's one image. You see how it just changed instead of two. So now this is going to allow me to rotate this. Get it at a 90 degree. There we go. I'm so glad I just thought about that. And so this is going to get rotated as well because this is going, wrong thing. No, I can do that too. Because it's going on a, around a cylinder. I'm so glad I just thought about that. I would have been so upset. Is this the right one? Okay, hold on. Let me check and make sure this is the right one. Because I might be changing the wrong thing. We're about to find out together. Hold on. Let me go back to my designs. I'm going to go to my design page so that I can make sure that this is the right file that I'm actually changing. Because this might have been the one for the actual bottles. What you talking about? You just talking foolishness. Okay, let me go back. Let's see. Okay, let me see. Okay, so I have the file turned because it's going on the cylinder, right? Okay, cool. So then we're going to take this and we're going to rotate this as well to a 90-degree angle. And I don't have a mouse, so I got to be, okay, there we go. Can y'all see that? And so now we just shifting everything because this is going on a roller. So when they read it, you're going to want to roll it sideways. So that's why the image needs to be flipped. I'm actually going to take this off because I just want it real clean. So I just want, nah, I don't like that. Okay, so then I'm going to flip these images. This really don't matter. So this is a silhouette of the brand name. So all of that says BAHDI by Shante Derese. And we really can have that like art going every direction, to be honest. That don't necessarily got to go. Let's flip this one. It don't got to be perfect. Background art, you know. And I'm going to rotate. I'm going to leave that there. And then this one, I'm just going to make it bigger so that it covers. Yeah, like that. Let me see if I can get some better lighting. Can y'all see that? Turn on my brightness maybe. Mm, okay. And it looks crooked to me. This always happens. It looked like it's slanted, but it say it's at a 90-degree angle. 90. And so here, so like right now, if you're trying to click in Canva, like I'm trying to click on PS I Love You, and it's not allowing me to click. What I have to do is, because I expanded the background design so much, you have to go on here and click the three dots and go down to layer. And then I'm going to hit send backward. Send all the way to the back. Send to the back. So now when I click off and come back, it allows me to click on right here on the image, because now we put this in the background. Y'all see that, the blue box? So now I sent the background silhouette backwards, and PS I Love You is forward. It's brought forward. So now I can move this around the way freely. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Layer. I already did this one. I already got that one forward. Okay. So now I am going to save this as an individual file. So this is what that's gonna look like. So you come over here to Canva and you download. Because I got multiple things on here, I only want to download one, because you see, like, where's it at? It's gonna be a compressed file, or it when you download everything, it's just gonna go to a zip file, and you're gonna have to extract everything individually. So to avoid all that, I'm just gonna come over here and select the current page I'm working on, which is one, and just select the page, the one single page design, and download that one. It's just the way that I like to do it, because it's easier for me instead of having a zip file. Uh-oh. Did it pop up? I missed my little thing. So now I'm gonna go up here to the download. It's working slow. A little pause break. So another thing too is, it's always best to, whatever you're working on, whatever you're trying to make in Canva, whether you're making labels or whatever it is that you're making, it's easier to, when you go in there and you starting off a new design, you want to, when you're in there and you're making a new design, you want to preset your size and settings. The reason you want to do that, instead of just making something standard and shrinking it or expanding it, is because the clarity of the image, if that makes sense. So if you say that you're making something 1 inch by 1 inch, so you want to make a 1 inch label for something, right? Let's just say we was making something for this. Say we was making a label this size. So we put in there, we wanted it 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches, right? But then we made a big one. We made a big one. So you think you could just take this image and expand it out to be a 4x4? You can, but that's not always best, because the resolution and the pixels change when you stretch out the image. So if you have Pro, you can just simply go back to your design and you can click resize. So let's just say if you want to make a label for a 2 ounce, a 4 ounce, a 8 ounce, a 12 ounce, you can make that one label, and then you can go in there and hit the tool to resize that one design. If you don't have the Pro and you not able to resize it, then you're going to make sure that you save the image like I just showed you. So you're going to right click, you're going to highlight your whole design, and you're going to group it. Then you're going to take that and save that, and then that can be its own image. Then you'll be able to take that image, take that file, And you can come back in Canva and then you can make whatever size labels you want now that you made that image, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Because if not, the resolution won't be the quality that you're looking for. So now, that's kind of what happened with these, why I decided not to do the color. I guess I can show you. So these were going to be for the anniversary labels, for the rose water toner to just give it a pop of color. And I was like, you know what? I don't like it. And then it made you see the actual word, like rose water, it's blurry. I didn't even use these. It's hard to see on camera, but it made them blurry. So I'm not even using these. But I know why I made it blurry, because I made these for a smaller product and then I thought I was just going to expand it. So don't do that. You have to go in there and change it. And then you also got to make sure when you're printing something that you print it on the right paper. So if you're using matte paper, you need to say you're using matte. If you're using glossy, you need to say that you're using glossy when you go into the print settings. But anyway, let me flip this back around so we can see what we got going on in the Canva. Let's see. Okay. So I'm going to save this image. I need some more water. P.S. I love you, 10 ml, so that I can find it. I'm going to save that image on my desktop. And then all right. And so then I'm going to go back into Canva. Nope, so let me go say the second one. So I'm gonna go down to the second design, which is Sir. And we're gonna do the same thing that I did before. So we're gonna take this image. So this is the background silhouette. We're gonna send all of those backwards. So you're gonna click on it, hit the three dots. You're gonna go down to layer. Oh, that one already in the back. So this one, click the dots. We're going to layer, send to back, so that I can be able to, so I can type this. Uh-oh. Okay, so then we are going to highlight the image. Again, this is for the 10 ml. So we need to rotate it. So we're going to highlight it. Layer, bring to front. And then we're going to rotate it to 90 degrees. So the name of this fragrance is Sir. It's for men. Can be unisex if you like more of a masculine scent, but it's made for men. Okay, so now we have Sir, right? Now we can take this as well. We're going to see that's the background moving. Okay. Now we're going to take our website and we are going to rotate that to 90 degrees. Again, I don't have a mouse, so I got to be careful. Dang, see that's 92. 88. 90%. Okay, cool. So we're going to move this that way because we're making these for the rollers. And, uh-oh. Let's see. Uh-oh. Now I'm gonna give my finger 3 days. Look at this, random. You see that? Okay. Anyway. Okay, so we are going to take Sir. Put that in the middle. Okay, and then I'm going to save this one separately. So I'm going to save page 2 only. We're going to go over to download, and it says pages 1 through 1-2 because I got 2 different files on here. I already saved one separately. I'm going to hit current page. Then we're going to hit done. Download current page. So now I'm going to save that as a separate file. I'm going to rename it. This computer's moving slow. It's ancient. I had this computer for a very long time, like 13 years. They just sent me a message, told me they're not upgrading. They said after October, we're not updating your computer no more. Buy a new one. That's what they said. We're not giving you no more Windows. You start off with Windows 7. We're not giving you nothing else. Okay, so now we're going to open the file. Where'd it go? Okay, so we're going to save this file individually. It could be a little time consuming, but you got to be patient, okay? You got to be patient. So I'm going to rename this one. Why is it blurry? There we go. So we're going to name this one Sir. And then I'm going to put 10 ml because I'm going to have Sir 30 ml, 50 ml, and the shea butter as well. So it's going to be easier for me to find exactly what I'm looking for. Find exactly what I'm looking for. Okay. So now we'll go back to Canva. So now when we go to Canva, we go over here to Canva. We saved our individual files, right? So now when we come over to Canva, we're going to create new design. And we're going to be printing a full page. Let me show y'all what I'm using. Hold on. Uh-oh. So, depending on what you're making, you can use sticker paper, you can use printable vinyl. It really just depends on what you want, what you're creating, and what you needed to do for the products that you have. I like the printable vinyl as well, but again, today I am using I'm using printable vinyl. If you like sticker paper, use that. It really don't matter. It's really about your preference. And I like to use the glossy. Can you see that? So I'm going to use the glossy printable vinyl, glossy sticker paper. Just again, it depends on what you're making and how you want your design to look. So I'm going to use this. So let me put this in printer. I got to get all these other old labels out that I'm not using. And oh wait, I think it's some already in here. Hold on. We already got some in here. Hi Juan Pablo. I am making labels in Canva. So I'm designing them and printing them out for some new products. So I had to go on there and fix the design and flip it because I had it vertically and I needed to turn it horizontally so that it can fit on these bottles perfectly. So that's what I'm doing. And just showing the process, because a lot of times people And again, you got to do what's best for you. It's nothing wrong with ordering. And see, I get confused every time I do this. It's nothing worse than like having like specialized paper and putting it in the printer the wrong way. But that's the way it goes, facing up. Some printers you gotta face it down, so make sure you test before you use your good stuff. Okay. So we're gonna put that in there, and you want to make sure it's tight too, because your design could come out crooked or it can get jammed easily when you're using those papers. So now that we got that in there, we are going to go back over to Canva, and then you are going to go to a flyer document. It don't matter. You just make sure that you choose 8.5 by 11 because that's the paper size, and you're gonna print a full sheet. So we're gonna do that. And if y'all not, please do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. So let's do. It really don't matter. You just need 8.5 by 11. And so now when we save the files individually, so now we can go back and we can add. That's the cool thing too. When you save your files, what is this? Let's come back over here. When you save your files individually, let me show you. You can customize. You can customize what you're doing so much better. So like if I only wanted to make 5 labels, 3 of this because I have a certain order that I'm trying to fill, you can do that. I hope that makes sense. Versus just saying I gotta put 20 labels on this one. I have to put 20 of the same labels on this one sheet that I'm printing. No. So that's the cool thing too about making your own labels, because you can make exactly what you need. So like right now, I only need to make 5 of these. So I need 5 PS I love you, so I can put 5 on this sheet. And then here's another fragrance, peaches and cream, that I made earlier today. So right now I only need 5 peaches and cream, so I can put 5 peaches and cream on this sheet. And then it's even room at the bottom if I wanted to put a couple of shea butter labels on there. It just gives you that versatility to get exactly what you need at the moment. So then I have to go over to upload. So here are some of the other ones so you can see what I'm talking about. Make the individual file. I'll show you. So here we go. So here's a scrub, right? We added, this is the label for the turmeric sugar scrub. So let's just say we put that up there. Not in the danger zone. Okay, boom. Then we come over here to our individual file. We upload it. And here go one for the large cologne bottle. So here go a 50 ml. So, and then you can see here, make it the size that you need it, because it's automatically going to expand in Canva when you create it. So you come over here and you resize it. So I know my sizes. I know that this is a 2x2 label. So I'm going to shrink it down to 2x2. And then let me show you this trick. Just for demonstration purposes. So now you shrink it down, right? So now I bring this down to the bottom. Oh, let's just go here. So let's say I need 6 of these. I got 6 orders of cologne that needs to go out. And so I'm going to come here and I'm going to duplicate. And if I was doing a whole sheet, after you start to duplicate the same thing, you see how it's lined up? Can y'all see the pink line? It's showing you that it's even. Why this is important is when you go to cut your labels, you want to be able to cut them evenly. So you don't want something even off center like a centimeter, because when you cut it, now you got to do extra stuff to cut it out and make it even. So this is going to, that line is pay attention to make sure that your design is centered. But if I want to do 8 of these, I'm just going to keep hitting duplicate. And you see now, I don't have to align it. It's going to align itself. Y'all see that? So now if I come back down here, and now when I duplicate, it should go boom, boom, boom. After you do the second one, after see how you want to align the second one, you duplicate, it aligns it for you. You see that? So now we got 8 labels down here for our cologne. We got this, what we needed for that order. And then we come over here. Let's do a butter. So this BAHDI butter, this is one of our eczema butters. And so boom. So now we got the Bastion butter, right? So it's like, okay, let's just say I had like 4 different combinations of orders that was coming in. I need to make some labels. I would, you just got a little rush. This allows you to make exactly what you need versus I have to make a full sheet of turmeric scrub, order a full sheet of that butter. But let's just say I need 6 other butters. Now that's 7 sheets. Then I needed to order this size cologne, but then I also got this size. So now it's like I had to order 10 different files. And here it goes, just tell you right here how much one is. Look at this. This why y'all see that? And that says standard paper, $39.50. You telling me it's 39, and that's one document, y'all. That is one document. No, don't do that. I know people like, you could just order it off Canva. Like, why would you do that? That's just insane. $40 for one sheet? You're not even gonna make $40 from. Y'all get my point. So make them. Now, once you have things rolling, once you have, or let's just say even you have one product or one fragrance, yes, then you go create your design, save it, and then you can order it in bulk from, I don't know, I don't want to say a name, but you can order it somewhere else that makes sense for you. But this $39.50 for one sheet doesn't make sense for anybody. Like, you have to bring that to my doorstep in 10 minutes for that to make sense for me. Like, it got to be that kind of rush emergency. So this still has to be processed. $39.50. Let me make sure I'm not tripping. That's just one page. Deluxe paper, matte finish, glossy finish. So let's say we want a glossy finish. Now it's $41.50. Okay. Okay, that's 50. Okay, cool. Okay, because I was like, what? Okay, so that's 50. So, okay, because I was like, what? Okay, so one is 10.25. I never really looked at this. Because I was like, one paper is crazy. So $25 each. Okay, so depending on what your design is, depending on what you're doing, maybe this could work for you. I don't know if, oh, it's say free delivery. Okay, so I don't know if shipping and handling adds on to that. But again, when you're trying to make a specific or you're trying to customize something, it's always better to just, make it yourself. And the thing about it too is if something is not right, you can fix it. So imagine coming over here and it's not even so much about the price. Imagine you trying to figure something out. So you come over here and you order 25 flyers and they're wrong. And they're wrong. So then you get them printed, you like, oh, this don't fit. And then you can't just cut it because now it cuts off your design. So I just wanted to show y'all that. If you needed to make something customizable and you need to make a certain amount of certain labels, making them yourself in Canva and then printing them at home is always an option. And again, once you are at the point where you got 50 colognes to make or you got a large order, you're going to come up here. Let me just move this so I can show you again. After you do your second one and you duplicate, is it Control V? Control V, Control P. Let me see. Control P. Okay, whatever. Nope, that's print. There I go touching stuff. Hold on, let's come back. Because I didn't hit print. Okay, so I'm going to make a full sheet of these. And I'm actually going to print them. Okay, so now we have Sir. I feel like it's blurry. Okay, so this, we're gonna make a full sheet. So we're just gonna simply duplicate. After you align the second one, after you duplicate it, again, make sure you got it aligned. You're paying attention to the pink line to make sure that it's even. Why does that matter? So when you cut it, you can just cut a strip straight across. So that it'll come out just like this. Everything is even. So now all you got to do is cut straight down, cut straight down, cut straight down. And not one got to go up, one got to go down because it wasn't even. So now once you hit duplicate, it's going to fill in yourself until the end of the page. You see that? Duplicate. Duplicate. And then I should have just used that one that they gave me. After you do your second one. You see, so much easier to do. And see, now I'm able to see, okay, what I have, something's off, right? So you're able to check and move it over. Uh-oh. Okay, so here. So you see right here, it says 0.115, 0.115. Up, I tapped it. But did y'all see that? How it says 0.115? Let's see if I can get it back. Okay, there we go. So you see right here, it says 0.115, right? They all say the same. It's showing you that the image is aligned. It's the same spacing. They're the same size. So when you cut these, they're going to be even. If I move this one over, this label is going to be slightly bigger or slightly smaller because I moved it over. So it don't matter what the numbers say. It's just letting you know the point so you can see that it's the same. Okay. So there go a full sheet. This one is not aligned, so I'm going to move that over. You see that line not coming up and saying the same number? So that means something is off. So this one needs to move over. I just saw a shift. Was that even? Yeah, see it? 0.115. So now everything looks pretty even on my end. So if I was to print, to cut the labels, slice, 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 or make strips just like that, everything will be even. And they're going on to square bottles. I'll show you. I love these bottles. They're so nice and sleek for the mint fragrance. So here are the bottles. So they're going on to square bottles. So you want to make sure that everything is even so it's not, you know, it's not off. You want to make sure that it looks nice. And so that's that. So let me go and so again, just real quick, I'm gonna check my sizing. Okay. So the sizing is right. And we are going to print these. So first we gotta save it. So we're gonna share. Gonna download this page. So this one I don't really have to worry about separating because I don't have multiple pages. But if I was gonna make multiple full sheet pages and I just click down here, add a page, and I was gonna make a different fragrance in a full sheet to print, I just have to make sure when I save them that I just save them, I save them separately. So we're going to download. And another thing too, so this background is white. Oh man, let me show y'all something that you can do while you're making it. So if you unsure, right, you unsure on the cut, you unsure on how you gonna cut it or make sure that it's even. Number one, I use a cutter. Let me show you. That way you don't have to worry about that. So I use a cutter. So you're going to use all the guidelines on the color so you don't have to worry about that. So let's just use this for example because I'm not using this. So when you use this base, you want to make sure like your paper is even, right? You want to make sure it's even and it's lined up. So if I was to put a foul on here that was crooked, I would be able to tell. And then what you'll do then is you want to make sure you cut that one individually so that it don't mess up your whole sheet. So it's real easy to see. You use the bottom part as a guide of your cutter to make sure it's lined up. That way you ain't trying to do this or you're not trying to cut it with scissors because that's never just going to be even. So get you a cutter. They're not expensive at all. And yeah, so you want to cut vertically first or however you decide, however your design lines up. So this was a sheet that had other designs on it, as you can see. That's why it's cut like this. So here we're going to cut this one off, right? Because this is not a full design. So what I'm trying to show you is because this design is all white, because the design is white, this one has color on here. So it's easier to see where you need to cut. But if your design is all white, this could be tricky to know, one, where to cut it at, and then two, if it's even aligned. So I know we looked at the numbers, but let me show y'all the little trick. This our little hack. Up. Let me put this back down. This is our hack to see, to make sure, especially if you're going to save it to print off somewhere else. So if you're going to send it to Vistaprint or you want to take it to Office Max or whatever, you want to print somewhere else where you don't have control over correcting it. So the blue line is the whole page. So I'm going to click that. And then I'm going to choose a color. So let's just do red. Boom. Aha. Bingo. Bingo. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Bingo. This is not even. Prime example. I'm so glad I did this. So when you go to cut this, it is not going to be even. So always check your design. Check your design and make sure that, hold on. Check your design. Did y'all see that though? Check your design by highlighting the back page because you can't see it when you're using white. Let me go back. At the naked eye, everything is in order. At the naked eye, it looked good. But again, we're making labels. So when we cut them and we want to make strips, we want them to be even. Yeah, this would have been a doozy. I would have just wasted a sheet. So again, click the bottom, click off of the actual design. So this is the label. So click here so I can get the picture. The whole page, pick any color, don't matter, just so you can see. Boom, there you go, show my errors. Girl, what are you doing? So, how do we fix it? We move everything over and make sure that it is aligned. And so another thing too with making sure that that these are the same size. That's why from the very beginning, just delete these. That's why from the very beginning you get the size that you want from your first image. Then that's why you just duplicate. So we're not doing this. It's blurry. Okay, there we go. So we're not doing this, right? So we stretch it out. Okay, we got 3 inches by 3.3. So you're not going to do this. Add another image. And now it's a different size. Now you got to, now you're resizing it. Now you playing around with it. So now it's like, is that the same thing? No. So just hit duplicate. So for demonstration purposes, we're going to go down to 2 by 2.2. We're going to move this over. It's showing you a danger zone. You're going to move this over. And then we are going to duplicate again. You got to do the first one first. After you do your first one. Nope. Okay. After you do your first one, I'm going to put a little closer because I don't want to trim. I just want to cut. All right. That's the amount of space I want in between it. And so then, because I brought this one here to do my first one, when I duplicate, it's going to give me 2 more down here. Duplicate. Y'all see that? Now, if I wanted to put the 10 mLs down here, then I could do that. But let's just stay here. We're going to duplicate. This doesn't fit, so I'm going to bring this back to the top. And another thing is, after we duplicate the first one,
Make sure that's perfectly aligned. Duplicate, duplicate. See? So making the background red or whatever color, it allows you to see exactly if you have straight lines and rows. So when you cut, it's going to be good. And you don't have to make no edits. So that was pretty cool to show. So now, again, you customizing. And again, this particular design I'm making is for colognes and perfumes. So I'm working with a square bottle and I'm working with a cylinder bottle. So to maximize my sticker paper, wait, is that even? That ain't even. What is that? Look, what is that? Y'all out of order. There we go. And to save on your ink, when you go to print, you just change this back to white. Because when you align it, you're gonna see that it's perfectly even. Does that make sense? Because you're gonna use your measurements to know. Okay, here go the first one. You're gonna know where to cut it at, and then you're gonna make your first line, and then so on and so forth. You're able to use that as a guide. If you don't trust yourself, then just do this a really light color because you don't want to waste all your ink because that's just going in the garbage. So do something really, really light, as close to white so you can still see. Y'all see that? So you can see a line if you need that. But I don't like to do that because my design is white. I want it crisp and clean. So now if I leave a background on here for me to see while I'm cutting, one, I'm wasting ink. But on top of that, it's going to make me have to trim more. So instead of me just cutting horizontal 4 times and vertical 4 times, I'm going to have to trim. And I don't want to trim. That's the whole point of this and making it aligned and making sure that the spacing is right. So you don't have to do any extra trimming or whatever, right? So let's turn this back red so that y'all can see. Okay, so now we got extra space. We don't want to just print this like this, so we had to make a dozen. So I got to order 12 Sir colognes going out in 50 ml. Okay, now I'm gonna go over here to my upload file, and I'm going to find my. Oh, I actually have to upload it. I'm gonna upload the 10 ml. So what was that, Sir 10 ml. So we're gonna upload that file on Canva. And so now we have this. I know that this is for a roller. So this design is for this, right? So I know that this is way too big. So it's showing me the width. So once you cut it like this, it's showing me it's at 6 inches. That needs to be down to 3. So we're gonna frame it first, frame our design. That's just what I call it. Shrink it, whatever you want to call it. Okay, now we got the 4x4. Now we just gonna drag it in. And so on this particular design, I'm worried about the height. I'm not worried about the wrap because I just need the sir for real, for real. But I'm trying out this design. So this is something new because I haven't made this yet. So I have sir. I actually want to leave a little white to wrap around, and then I'm just going to shrink it down. So I got 1.5 by 3. 1.5 inches. That sounds a little big. That's not an inch and a half circumference. So I'm going to go down a little more. Maybe 1.2. Okay. So now we have this label, right, for something else. So you can bring it here to maximize. So again, so you can, this you're going to cut straight down. So here we go. We just maximizing our space. And I know you're probably thinking, but Tay, what about when I cut it now? No, because now you're going to cut this straight down. Now you got room. So it's going to end up looking, where's the pink one? It's going to end up looking like, oh, here we go, y'all. Uh-oh. It's going to end up looking like this. So once you cut from the full sheet, you slice off the design, this is going to end up being the end page. So then you'll be able to cut the labels from this strip. So it's not going to affect the rest of the design here. It's not going to mess this up. Because this is going to cut and then it's going to be this. So this is going to be even. So it's not going to mess with this. So this, you're going to get this, cut it straight down with the slicer. You're going to line it up. And that's how you're going to make sure that's perfect. I'm just showing you how you can just maximize like your space when you're printing. That you can add other things that you know you have to print onto the sheet. And you just rotate it. So this, I'm going to take. And I'm just going to rotate it so it can fit. We don't want to throw no supplies away. We don't want to waste anything if we don't have to waste. Okay, so here's some I'm going to have to give. So I can fit 2, 4, 5, 6. Comfortably, I can fit 6 things. I could fit six things on here. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Because if not, it was just going to be wasted. It was just going to be wasted space. So you could play around with it however it fits the things that you need to do. And then even if you see that, remember this is just for printing. The way that you're going to cut everything is going to be different. So even if you want to take these and you wanted to rotate them because you say, hey, I can get more labels on my page if I print horizontally instead of vertically. There you go. So you just rotate these. So instead of 3, 6, 9, 12, let's see how if we rotate the design, we're not changing the size. We're literally just rotating how we put them on the sheet. That's it. We're rotating how we put them on the sheet. Okay. Y'all see that number popped up? It says 0.094. That's letting me know that the spacing is the same. So when I go to cut, it's going to be the same. So let's see. Let's see if it changes. I'm going to delete these. And show me that it's even. So here we go. So can we get more than 12 if we change the rotation? Yes. Uh-oh, that one look off. So we already at 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. So we can get some extra labels on here if we just simply rotate the design. Now again, it's not changing what we need. It's just changing the way that we print them out and fit them on the labels of the sticker paper. That's off. There you go. See that line popped up again. That purple line, the marker is giving me all the same measurements. It's showing me that everything is aligned. So you get you an extra row doing it that way. So now, instead of having 12, you got 15. Y'all see that? And so just imagine if you needed 13 labels, right? You needed 13 labels and you ordered them. Now that's going to cause you to order a whole nother sheet of something that you don't need when you only need 13 instead of, now here you go. You made them yourself. Now you can fit 15 on one form. You can fit 15 on one sheet versus 12 and then needing to do a whole nother sheet to just fit one on there. And now you got to make up something else to fill the space. So I hope that was helpful. I didn't even plan on having a Canva tutorial like for real like this, but I am getting ready to work on my actual designs, not printing. I have some things that I have to design that I'm getting ready to work on. But this was fun. So I hope that, y'all stay. Thank you for staying around. Thank you for watching. And I hope that you learned something. When it comes to like making your own labels, printing stuff for your business, even like for the holidays, you want to make some design some stuff for your kids or whatever it might be. It's really easy to do. To just get your design the way that you want it in Canva, and and you can print it yourself at home. Or even if you want to send them off for printing once you like sold on what you're doing, then you can do that. But I always feel like do a test run at home because it's gonna let you know if something is off versus you spending $100 ordering 500 labels and then they all wrong because I've done that before. Or you got a typo that you didn't catch and now your whole design is ruined. So that was fun. I might get on here tomorrow night. When I make some shea butter. Should we do that? Y'all want to make shea butter with me? We'll see. But y'all have a good night. Bye. Make sure you subscribe. Go hit the button now. Yes, thank you. Hit the subscribe button.